What up, y'all? Tina here. Let's get into some dragons from the Game of Thrones universe. So, in this video, we'll go over all the dragons that we've seen in Game of Thrones and also in House of the Dragon. So, this video may contain slight spoilers for Season 2 of House of the Dragon, but I won't get too spoilery for y'all. This video will be broken up into two parts. First part, we're just going to list out all the dragons that we've came in contact with or that we may come in contact with from largest to smallest. And the second half of the video, I'll go into some details about each dragon. So let's get into the biggest dragon of them all. And no, we're not talking about Vhagar or Drogon. We are talking about the Cannibal. So the biggest dragon is Cannibal. Then there's Baelorn. Then Vhagar. Next up is Vermithor. Then we have Sheep Stealer. Then Silverwing, Dreamfire, Caraxes, Melees, Syrax, Grey Ghost, Sunfire, Tessarion, Sea Smoke, Vermax. Then let's get into some of the little smaller ones. We have Arax, Taraxes, Morning, Moondancer, Drogon, Rhaegal, and Viserion. All right, now let's get into the details of some of these dragons. I think the easiest way to do it is let's separate them by family. So first up, let's start with the Khaleesi. We all know she had 3 dragons, and her biggest one was Drogon. He was named after Khal Drogo, which was her husband. He's black and red, about the size of a jet, and he's her personal dragon. And you know what? Drogon is probably still alive today, flying around trying to figure out what happened to his owner because of the treason that Jon Snow committed. I will never forgive Jon Snow, okay? Her second dragon is Rhaegal. He was ruled by Jon Snow, and he was named after her brother, Rhaegar, which was also Jon Snow's father. What a crazy coincidence that he got to ride that dragon. And the last but not least was her smallest dragon, and his name was Viserion. He was named after her other brother, Viserys, and he eventually becomes the zombie dragon from Game of Thrones. All right, let's move over to Team Black and check out the dragons that they're working with. All right, so we're going to start at the very top. Well, not the very top, but the very top of House of the Dragon with Vermithor. He's called the Bronze Fury, and he was ruled by King Jaehaerys. You can see that king in the opening of House of the Dragon. Vermithor is actually still alive and breathing, so maybe we'll see him in Season 2. You can also catch a short glimpse of Vermithor in Season 1 of House of the Dragon when Daemon is singing to him. You remember that scene? We didn't really know what was going on, but now we have an idea. Maybe he was singing a little battle cry or war chant. Next up, we have Balerion. He is the second biggest dragon. The only dragon that's bigger than him is the Cannibal, and he was ruled by Viserys, but his first rider was Aegon the Conqueror, Aegon the First. Syrax belongs to Rhaenyra. She's yellow in color, and Rhaenyra was her first rider. Daemon rides Caraxes the Bloodworm. He's considered to be one of the fiercest dragons, and he earned his name because of his color. Daemon is his second rider, and this dragon has seen a lot of war, so he's battle ready. Melees is the Red Queen. She belongs to Rhaenys Targaryen. I call her Auntie Rhaenys. So if y'all are gonna start following me, you'll hear me say Auntie Rhaenys a lot because I like her. That's my auntie. That's my dog. But anyway, her dragon's name is Melees. She's one of the swiftest, fastest dragons in Westeros. She is a little bit on the older side, but she's a warrior. Sea Smoke belonged to Laenor Balerion. And Sea Smoke is actually still alive, so we may see a second rider in Season 2 of House of the Dragon. Remember when Daemon said this?
Also unclaimed dragons. Sea Smoke still resides on Driftmark. Vermithor and Silverwing dwell on the Dragon Mound, still riderless. Then there are the 3 wild dragons, all of whom nest here.
And who is to ride them?
Dragonstone has 13 to their 4.
So yeah, maybe Sea Smoke will have another rider in Season 2. Next up is Vermax, and Jace is her owner. He's rumored to be moody and have an attitude all the time. He's also featured in Season 1 of House of the Dragon when he was just a little baby dragon. Arax belonged to Luke. Poor Luke. We all know what happened to Arax when he ran into Vhagar. Luke didn't deserve that. Taraxes belongs to Joffrey Valerion. Some of y'all might say, well, who is Joffrey? He's Rhaenyra's baby boy. Taraxes was said to be a little green in color. Moondancer will be flown by Baela Targaryen. Moondancer has pale green scales, and she's very quick and fast. Morning will most likely be ruled by Rhaena Targaryen. She's said to be pink and black. Now, off to the greens. Let's start with their biggest weapon, we all know as Vhagar. So we all know that Vhagar now belongs to Aemon, but previously she was ruled by Queen Visenya, which is Aegon the Conqueror's wife. After Queen Visenya, Laena Velaryon became her rider. Vhagar has seen over 100 battles. She's big and old and moody, but she can be violent when tested, as we all know. Sunfire is a very young dragon with gold scales and actually shoots out gold flames. Her rider is Aegon II, the current king. Some have said it is probably the most beautiful dragon in all of Westeros. Dreamfire belongs to Helaena Targaryen. She stays in the dragon pit most of the time. She don't get to see much action. Some people even speculate that Dreamfire may be the mother of Khaleesi's 3 eggs. Maybe by the end of House of the Dragon, we'll get an answer to that. Tessarion is the Blue Queen, and her rider is Daeron the Daring. Now, we haven't met Daeron yet, but he's Alicent's youngest child, and he's been off in Old Town with Otto most of Season 1, but we should be seeing him in Season 2. Yo, I'm ready to see this blue dragon and to see these blue flames come out. Now, we have a couple wild dragons who do not belong to anyone. We have the big dog, the biggest boss, the cannibal. He's a wild dragon, which means he's never had a rider. He's jet black, big, strong, and fiery. He's most likely so big because he's free. When you have these free dragons, they're able to grow as big as possible versus the ones that they keep in the dragon pit, they can't really get too big. He's most likely one of the oldest living dragons, and he also eats other dragons, hence why his name is the Cannibal. We may see him in Season 2, who knows? Next up is Silverwing, which is obviously silver in color. Silverwing is said to be very friendly, docile, don't really bother too many people. Unclaimed at the moment, doesn't have a rider. Next up is Sheep Stealer. This dragon is said to be a mud brown color, and she loves eating sheep. Hence the name Sheep Stealer. And the last but not least dragon that we're going to talk about is the Grey Ghost. This is also a wild dragon, very young, unclaimed, has white skin. It's said to be very shy as well. She likes to eat fish. And once again, doesn't have a rider. So maybe we'll see some action in Season 2 with Grey Ghost. Who knows? All right, so those are all of the dragons. Leave your comments below about which one is your favorite dragon, or which dragon are you most excited to see for Season 2, House of the Dragon? And if you like Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, follow me. I talk about it all the time. Peace out, homies.